Thank you for staying with us on the program. It's still Report Desk Africa. In case you're just joining, now the court injunction is the latest in the unfolding political drama in Rivers State, which of course began on Monday night with the bombing of a state assembly complex over the plot by the lawmakers to remove the governor. The lawmakers' action is at the instance of Fubara's predecessor, Nyesom Wike, who is now the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Meanwhile, the High Court of Rivers State holding at Isiokpo made an interim order restraining any impeachment of the Governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, pending the determination of the motion on notice. The restraining order prevents the Rivers State House of Assembly, the Speaker of the House, the Deputy Speaker, the Clerk of the House, as well as the Chief Judge of the state from carrying out any impeachment. Let's quickly take a look at this clip.
In politics, there are a lot of internal wranglings. That does not mean that in that internal wranglings, they will not settle within their family. But to come out to say, oh, they want to do this against you, that's very wrong. I was instrument. I had every power then to say where this thing is going to. Yes, it's not correct. So when things are wrong, you ask questions. It's a party affair. Party knows how they resolve their own mechanism. It's not an ethnic affair. Our party is looking to it. That's what I will say. But let us not be saying that this and that. Oh, every politician has his own interest.
Well, now joining us is News Central's Omoniyi, who has been in Rivers State and has been giving us updates from there. Niyi, thanks for joining us. First of all, I think it's only right to ask that you give us a proper summary of what has been happening in Rivers State.
Well, at first, we all could allege that the whole tension was as a result of a rift between the former governor of the state, which is Nyesom Wike, and the current governor of the state, Fubara, because nobody from their team directly came out to say that the tension actually arose as a result of a rift or maybe some sort of disagreement they might have had. But over time, due to the calling of both principal to Abuja, the federal seat, with the president, then it became so obvious that this is the reason why this tension has been growing. And of course, because of the attack on the alleged attack by the police on the governor of the state, being shot at, tear gassed, and so many other things, yes, it became a very, very big uproar, and the people didn't like it, and the people reacted to it. And of course, he had the support of the people because they were saying they voted for him. Now, this has been what has caused the tension over the days. But as he went further to the federal capital and had a conversation with the president, it seems things are temporary peace, if I will put it, has actually come to sit in Rivers State. So far that has been the challenge. And of course, there's been questions and allegations of supporters of the current governor making moves to ensure that an impeachment does not occur, because all this is coming from the fact that they said there's a move by the House of Assembly to actually impeach. I use the word "they said" because there are so many clauses around it. Now, there are different angles to this. They said from the streets. Now, actually, taking it from the angle of the House of Assembly, they actually made a move. But I really don't think it will stand, because normally how the process is supposed to go on is that when they agree like that, they form a quorum, the majority leader is supposed to raise this motion, and the speaker, of course, now gives his own direct consent to it. But let's have it in mind that the majority leader, which is Edison Niyi, has been suspended by 24 lawmakers of the same House of Assembly. And now he also claimed afterwards that he has been elected as the speaker. That's why I used the word self-proclaimed. He has been re-elected as the Speaker of the House by 26 members, lawmakers of the same assembly. Now, if I don't understand mathematics, I certainly know that because the House of Assembly consists of about 32 lawmakers. 24 plus 26 certainly does not make up 32, except that is political mathematics. But hey, that's the situation we have now. And we know that there has been an attack on the House of Assembly, per se, and currently no sitting can happen in there. So for now, the court order is what has been respected, I believe. And when it comes to think of it, the complex of the House of Assembly has been shut down and no sort of sitting. So until that resumes, maybe when the governor also comes back and addresses the nation. And speaking of the alleged suspension of the chief judge, the chief of staff, and so many other things, we've not really had a formal or concrete evidence as to that the governor has actually done that. So currently, that's what we have on ground here. Everyone in Rivers State just wants peace. They want Fubara to be left alone so that they can operate and manage the resources of the state with free will. However, when I listened to Fubara's reply, when he was asked about what the feedback was from the meeting with the president, from what I could deduce from it, it almost seemed like he had a strong pause before he responded like it's a father and son thing. I'm not sure so many things went down well with him. And if we also look at on the flip side to the second principal, which is Nyesom Wike, and we could see the confidence he was talking with, and the strong statement he was making that no one can actually come to destroy the political structure that has already been put in place. And if you really want to check it, the truth is that the current governor, which is Fubara, does not really have so much support, even in the House of Assembly, because majority of the lawmakers in the House of Assembly are people who were in the administration of the former governor of the state, and they have been re-elected into that same position. So some will believe that the former governor of the state has more hold on this state, even more than the current governor. And let's not forget that Fubara also worked with the current governor. And I do remember a few months ago, during the Thanksgiving of Nyesom Wike, which News Central also covered live, they mentioned how they work together. I'm talking about Nyesom Wike now and Fubara, how they work together to ensure that there's seamless dispensation of and people enjoying the dividend of democracy. So if this is happening, maybe there's an agreement. There's a flaw in the agreements they made, or some things we really don't know about.
Niyi, there's a lot that you said here. I'm trying to put all that together. It's just clear that there is more than what ordinarily meets the eye for the common Nigerian or Nigerians. But besides that, you also talked about the House of Assembly while you did that mathematics calculation. But I'm going into the surrounding now. Let's talk about the security situation in the state presently, especially with the fire incident at the House of Assembly complex. Now, there were reports of protests that happened sometime around there concerning that there were viral clips of angry youths allegedly trying to pull down the gate to the lawmakers' house. Also, based on certain reports that we gathered, scores were injured as police repelled attacks on Rivers State's speaker. What can you say about this? Have there been any arrests made in connection to the violence that we saw or heard about a few days ago?
Yes, we can confirm absolutely that there was an attack on the gate and the house of the 10th Speaker of the House recently, and it was what's on the street that is done by the Ijo youth. And when we got there, although we weren't allowed to actually shoot or establish the building, when we got there, we could see an artisan trying to weld back the gates because the hinges the gates was used to anchor on the wall had been destroyed, and they were trying to put it back together. That was obvious that there was an attack, and of course police presence was even now heavy there as against what is usually worse. What got me worried was that how the youth could get to that place in the first place, because the truth is, if you look at this particular community where the youth actually went to attack this house, there's a divisional police station there, there's an officers mess, in fact there's EFCC along that line, there's so many security operative buildings around that place that normally there shouldn't be an entrance for mobs to probably go in. But this is the situation, and this is where we find ourselves. However, we reached out to the police force PRO. We've not gotten any feedback from her. We've sent her messages. We've visited the force itself and tried to speak with her, but she's not on set. We also called her. We were asking for a time and asking for information, but we've not been able to really have a sit down and have proper conversation as to if any arrest has been made, or they should confirm if during the repel of the mob, was anyone shot? Were there any injuries? Were there any fatalities? Was any arrest made? And not even only about that, and also about the fire which occurred at the House of Assembly complex.
All right, Niyi, we also hear that there have been talks about reconciliation between Wike and Fubara. What is the possibility of that happening?
Blessings. at some point, we all don't understand how politics really runs in this state. Because, as I said, just with the mathematics I did earlier, you can know that some things are just beyond your imagination. You might be feeling this is how it should run, but politically, it might be politically incorrect or politically correct. And the truth is that whatever peace they have right now, what the people of Rivers right now are happy about is there's temporary peace. So it doesn't matter whatever agreements they have politically or what is obtainable right now. What is important is there peace? Is the governor okay? Is the governor given access to actually do his job? And that is what really counts right now. So there's no way to really place that this is what has gone wrong or this is where it suits. Because currently, whatever just lies in favor, whatever the decision is, if it's in favor of the governor still being in office, then the Rivers State people are happy about it. Although some of them are not happy about the current dispensation or his morale towards the result of after the meeting with the governor, because after the meeting with the president rather, because they expected more fire from him. You get, just as Wike was burning up after the meeting, they expected more fire from him, but from the tone of his voice, someone I was speaking with said it sounded beaten down. So they didn't really feel the fact that he had a say in the conversation they had. But, well, it's not really important. What is important for them is that, well, is this still the governor? Yes, he is the governor we voted for. Is this the coming back in power? Yes. Is there an impeachment? No. Will he serve dividend of democracy when it comes? Yes. He still has 5 months. He has just only done 5 months. He still has a long time to go. And here, they are waiting to see the result of his stay so far. As they put it, the angel they know, the devil they know is better than the angel they don't know.
Okay. Well, let's hope that none of them becomes the devil in this case, because the problems in Rivers State, we're just waiting to see the end. And as we wrap this up, Niyi, let me finally ask, how would you say that the recent, political tussle in Rivers State, recent one happening, will affect the state's political landscape, I beg your pardon, and the stability in the state? Very quickly.
Because the truth is that tensions were already growing, and that's the truth. Immediately that stuff happened, about 2 days after, from what we could monitor, some street urchins were beginning to want to maximize that opportunity, and it might even degenerate further to more security issues like pipeline vandalism. And not just that, neighboring states were also beginning to share their concerns, because they are preparing for off-cycle election, such as Bayelsa. So if this thing had grown more than it's supposed to, then we might be looking at other things in our hands right now. Not to mention that a few days after this tension actually rose, there was a large crowd. There's a large crowd that is usually gathering in front of the government house in their thousands, majority of which are youth, majority of which are younger adults. And it just comes to speak to the state of unemployment. Now, that large chunk of people who are unemployed, as it's same, that might be a very, very big issue if something is not given to them to do. Because all these things, once there's nothing to do, there's tension in the land, and there's breakdown of law and order, then what is remaining? And Rivers seems to be a very, very calm state, because we spoke with some of the police. Some of them are just calm. They're just there, wherever they are. There's no really uproar like that, except something happens. So situations like this are what give rise or give space to street urchins to actually perpetrate their evil. But so far, everything has been, as I said, temporary peace. And let's see how long it lasts, and let's see how the people react to it. The people love the governor. The people want him to stay. The people want to see. In fact, one of the commendations they gave him was that they gave a free bus from about, I don't know how many the number is, but like the popular Lagos BRT bus in Nigeria, in Nigeria's commercial net center. We have something like that also here, but not as much as the one in Lagos. And they're happy about that, at least, even if it's reduction in fare, that has done something for them. And they are waiting to see more things he's going to do. So these are the things that I feel when he comes back and he resumes office, he might want to happen, and he might want to do more, especially the farm also that they said is also a bone of contention with the former governor of, with Nyesom Wike. That also, if it's rejuvenated, might also create some job opportunity for the Rivers State people. So there's a whole lot I feel he has in plans for them. But hey, they're waiting to find out, and let's see how it pans out. Hopefully we don't get to hear such uproar anymore, because trust me, there's still a lot of things to be done in the next 3.5 years the governor still has.
All right, thank you so much, Niyi, for giving us the update from Rivers State. We'll definitely look forward to hearing more as it unfolds. Thank you.
Thank you.